Hey, it's Marilyn Devonish here from transformationstm.com. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a very quick heads up in terms of we have a rare and somewhat unique opportunity to join me live for the online 3-day photo reading workshop. I ran it about, 4 or 5 years ago. And then I ran it at the start of 2020 because I had a family who live in Australia who had booked to come to London to do the photo reading workshop in March 2020. If you're watching this in real time, we all know what happened then. The world went into lockdown, and it was just before Australia went into lockdown. However, the embassy had said to them, we can let you leave the country. However, if the situation changes in the week that you're actually in the UK, you will not be able to fly home. So I ran it again for them so that they didn't have to wait until lockdown. Of course, none of us anticipated it would have taken this long. However, I don't run it very often because there's already a recording available if someone wants to take the full online video webinar certification class. However, I've got a client who is living abroad, who is doing a PhD, wants to do the photo reading workshop, doesn't want to do the online version, would much rather do it live and interactive so that she can ask me questions as we go through. So what I've said I would do, I said I'd give it a go, can't guarantee anything. It's ridiculously short notice because I actually do want to run it this month if you're watching it in real time. So I said what I would do is go out to my social media groups, go out to my e-newsletter list and see if there are a handful of people who are available to do the 3-day workshop this month. So the way it's structured, and although they're in a different time zone, they've said they're okay to go with the UK timings. We're going to make an adjustment of maybe an hour for one of the days in terms of starting an hour later. But typically speaking, I run it from 3 p.m. till 8 p.m. Well, 3 p.m. till 7 on the first day, which is the Friday. 7 p.m. till 8 p.m. is the bonus HUNA, H-U-N-A, belief change session. So it's optional. And then we do 9:30 to 6:30 on the Saturday and the Sunday. So I can do a bit of shifting around. And at the moment, I can put the 3 weekends this month on the table, and then whichever one somebody chooses, I'll then have to rearrange what I'm doing to accommodate that. But the easiest way to sign up is go to my regular website, which is www.transformationstm.com. Trans, TRANCEFORMATIONS. It's going to be coming up along the screen any second now. There you go, transformationstm.com. There's a red button at the top that says what's new. Click on that. A panel will come out. Actually, let me show you. So you click on the red Watch New button at the top of the screen, and then a panel will come out on the right-hand side. And the very first post, there is a link where you can go and book. And what I've done is I've set up 3 dates that are available, potentially. Book the one you can do. If you can do all of them or another one of them, please email me and let me know, because it's going to be make that a lot easier when scheduling in the one that everyone can do. And of course, if you can't make the whole thing live, I appreciate it short notice, you will have access to the replay recording as well. And with the bits that you can do, then come back to me with your questions and I will answer them in real time for you, even if you're not there to see the whole thing. So that's how you immediately book. What I thought I would show you is just some feedback from people who attended the first time I ran this as a full 3-day online video webinar workshop. This is some of the feedback. And the reason it says a world first, it was the first time anyone had ever run the photo reading as a full video webinar. And photo reading has been around for nearly 30 years now. That's 30. So someone says it was good having the flexibility of participating from their chosen location, especially as the days have been full, because once you've done a long day, I mean, people were still energized and buzzing at the end of it, and it was still nice to go, whoo, and just relax into your armchair. She also said a combination of comprehensive, intense, fun delivery. So really, really enjoyed that. What else have we got here? What we got here? Someone else says it was fun, energizing, mind expansive and effective. And again, they were doing the live video webinar version of that. What's this one here? So we saw that one there. So another one here. Yeah, so that's and someone else said it was inspiring, creative, intensive, engaging and brilliant. So, and this was people doing it online from around the world. and we were doing it as the live video webinar. So that's what to expect if you're doing it live. People have also had a very similar experience doing it online on their own, and they will often come back and say, Marilyn, I actually feel like I'm in the room with you. And because it was filmed with a live studio audience, as they say on TV, pretty much all of the questions you're most likely to ask are asked in that format and in that setting. So you get them answered on the 3-day video webinar workshop. The difference is you have to wait for me to get to that point to answer it, rather than coming in and asking the question directly yourself, which you will have the opportunity to do if you want to join us this month, live and direct and in real time. Now, let me just show you what the webinar back office looks like. Some people have kind of asked about that. So let me find that one here. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Sorry, looking down there, because that's where the slide deck is. So this is what it looks like in the back office. I use a different platform to the one I'm on now. This is just for streaming live to Facebook, but it's a closed environment. So I'll be on the, that'll be me on the main screen. You then have the online chat facility. So there's an open chat where you can just chat with other people who are there. There's also a private Q&A as well, where you can send questions directly to me. The way the webinar is set up, for example, when I have handouts, I will click a button, the handout will then appear, you click on it and it lands on your desktop. So we do the handouts like we would on the real workshop in real time. So it's always really good fun, but that's basically what you won't see all of the controls, that's just my view, but that's basically how it's set up and how you'll be interacting throughout the weekend. I might, depending on how many people there are, I might also set up some breakout rooms so you can go and sit around the table, the virtual table, and have little chats and interactions with other people as well. But that's the basic setup there. In terms of ages, that's something that people often ask about. I've had children aged 7 to 70 plus attend the workshop. This is one of the youngsters that attended. She was 11 years old. She says, Marilyn, you've helped me so much being a better person, feeling better about myself. So really brilliant for those who are just starting out on their journey. It's also fantastic for those who are more in a professional capacity. So this is some feedback from a group of rocket scientists, no less, at Cranfield University on the MOD base, and just taking some of the feedback that they said about the workshop. It was stimulating, valuable, highly recommended, professional, excellent, enlightening, fun, relaxing, motivating, time well spent. And they all said that it should be given to first-year PhD students. And so for those of you who are just coming in a bit later, the reason I'm going to be doing this impromptu workshop, hopefully, is because I've got someone who's studying for a PhD. So she wants to take the photo reading class because she recognizes it will make her journey a lot easier and a lot smoother. So that's kind of what you can expect. In terms of the overall feedback, this was from someone who was from a technical background. He worked in computer programming, and he was very short and sweet with his feedback. He just handed me the form and said, best personal development course I have ever attended, hands down. And people often don't think of it as being a personal development course. They just think they're going to simply learn to read faster. However, if you would like to improve your creativity, your critical thinking skills, your decision-making skills, better ways to activate what I call the, here we go, the left and right brain integration, it's absolutely perfect for that. For those of you who know the kind of more intuitive work that I do, it's absolutely fantastic for enhancing that as well. In terms of the critical thinking and decision making, it's also brilliant for showing you how to operate under stress, how to get through written information more quickly. Of course, it's all predicated on that statement about reading at 25,000 words per minute and getting through whole books from start to finish in just 5 minutes. So that's where our starting point, but all of the other things that come as a beautiful benefit of that, I would say they're the icing and the cherry on the cake, and they're things that people often don't expect. Also absolutely brilliant for relaxation and stress management, which seems odd, but as you'll know if you've done the photo reading, step 1 is about being in that state of relaxed alertness and getting yourself into that baseline state, and that is something you can take everywhere. So I've had people, of course, use this to take exams, to do interviews. I had one client who had not interviewed for 10 years, booked a 1-hour session with me because I'd done a talk at Royal Bank of Scotland talking about photo reading. She was in the audience, said, I've got to prepare for this panel interview. I've been in the same job for 10 years, not progressed, got this interview, bigger job, much more responsibility. it's next week, I need to prepare, and I know they're going to come at me with questions. So actually we did the very beginnings and basics of photo reading, and suffice to say she aced it and got the job. So it's been really fantastic for that. For those of you who are public speakers, it is amazing for getting you into that place and that state. Well, not only are you in a better state physiologically and emotionally and mentally, but you're also able then to activate your brain and get out the information that you want to share with people, do that much more eloquently, and a lot of times doing it without the use of notes as well, because people just get much more fluid, because everything we're doing is also predicated on what we call the flow state. So few things to expect from this. We will also do the HUNA session, HUNA. So as I said earlier, if you're watching earlier, that's on the Friday night, the first night, the bonus night. This was from someone, now this was someone in the room, but people, of course, as you know, if you follow me, you'll know that people will listen to the HUNA recordings even years after I've created them and still have a wow experience. So this is someone saying, talk about grabbing the bull by the horns. When you did the HUNA healing on me, oh my God, couldn't believe how accurate your diagnosis was, exclamation mark. And you didn't tell me you're a doctor as well as everything else. So the HUNA always blows people's minds. And the reason I do the HUNA is to help with the belief change piece, because when you're saying to people, I'm going to show you how to get through whole books in 5 minutes and learn strategies to remember and recall what you've read. Now, most people can't get through the index in 5 minutes, never mind the whole book from start to finish. So there's a belief change piece that comes in there. And that bonus HUNA session on the Friday is an absolutely fantastic way to address that, blow some things out of the way. So when we get into the Saturday and the Sunday, we've really cleared the deck. So that'll be included as well. And one of the things I suggest with that, as you're going to have access to the recording, the HUNA segment is one you might want to go back and listen to if you've ever got anything coming up, or you're in that stuck state, you've got limiting beliefs and negative emotions, all the rest of it, or you want to just get yourself into a calmer place, go back and watch the HUNA segment, which will be on that Friday. So that's it in a nutshell in terms of what we're doing, what we have planned. What I will do after I upload this video, I will put the direct link where you can go and book yourself a place underneath this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put it into the description of the video. What you will also receive on the workshop, you'll get a copy of the photo reading book via PDF. You'll also get the photo reading playbook. You'll also get the tips and insights CD, and you'll get the photo reading paraliminal. I'm pointing behind me because the books and the CDs, hold on. So you get a copy of the photo reading book, but you'll get it via PDF. That will be in your resource library when you sign up. I'll give you a link where you can log into that. You'll get the tips and insights CDs. This is Dr. Paul Sheely sitting around the table with a group of photo reading instructors answering their most common questions. And you'll also get the photo reading activator. The paraliminals are one of my absolute favorite things, where you get one story in the left, so you've got to listen to it using headphones, but you get one story in the left ear, another story in the right ear, completely different conversations. There's a bit where they merge in the middle. That's overlaid with holosync technology. So the photo reading activator is designed, as Paul Sheely says here, enjoy this paraliminal session to develop your photo reading whole mind system skills and master any written material in the time you have available at the comprehension you need. So you'll get this as well as downloadable MP3s rather than the physical product, but you'll get all of the course material. And then as we go through, I'll deliver the handouts into the webinar workshop. So if you know anyone who would like to do the photo reading workshop, because it's online, distance is no object, you can be anywhere in the world, please, 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 please pass this video on to them, because my client would be really appreciative. I would really love to be able to run the photo reading workshop for her. It's just not viable to do the whole 3 days for one person. So I just want to see if, I know, as I said, I know it's short notice, but if we can get a group of people together who would like to do the online version live, that will be fabulous. It's not something I plan to run on a regular basis, because as I said, the recording already exists. That's why I did the recording, so I don't have to keep running it. So there aren't plans to run another one in this format. Haven't run it since 2002, and as I said before, that was a closed one. but the previous time it was open to the public was just over 4, coming up to 5 years ago now. So you might have to wait another 4 or 5 years to do it live online. So if you are available, if you would like to join us, book the link, book your place. I'll see you live virtually, and yeah, let's next level those skills. It is just, I mean, seriously, doing this coming out of lockdown where people's brains have maybe not been firing on all cylinders, or you've been overcome with all the stress of everything that's going on. Again, this is a really fantastic way to bring you back to center, to activate your brain, to get yourself thinking, and to be in that real sort of creative and intellectual and logical space as well. It's just amazing. And my clients, as I'm sure you'll know if you follow me, have it's just been life-changing. I'll show you one more. If I got it here, actually, let me show you this example, just to give you a flavor of what you can do. Now, this is from the wonderful Naomi Tamayama. Some of you will know her. She posted this a year or so after attending the photo reading workshop, and she said, I've spent less than an hour reading 8 books on a topic and have just completed a piece of work from this. Imagine 1 hour, 8 books, and you've completed a piece of work, because the whole thing about this is getting into that flow state, getting through information a lot more quickly, being able to disseminate, research, activate, put it all into action. And I just happened to see that she just put a post on Facebook. I just happened to see it and I said, oh my God, Naomi, can I share that as a quote? She's like, yeah, of course you can. So do check her out on Facebook as well. She's a single mum. She's an entrepreneur, has her own business, also does a very nice line, I believe, in crystal jewelry as well as the marketing stuff. So do check her out. But that's really, people say, what can you expect? That's what you can expect from the photo reading. Have written several blogs about what to expect, shared people's feedback over the years, and it's one that definitely keeps on giving. Those of you who were on my Facebook post over Christmas, you would have seen Helen saying that she's years after doing the photo reading workshop, she's just started studying and just had a mind-blowing experience, and that was years after she did the workshop. So that appeared on my Facebook page just after Christmas, so check that out as well. But yeah, I'd love to work with you. Please share this video if you know someone else who could benefit from attending the workshop. And if they'd like to be there live, the benefit of doing it live is that you can ask me your questions in real time and I can tailor what we're doing to you. The online recording is still amazing and brilliant and fabulous, and I do answer everyone's questions, but it's just if you're there live, it means that I can be very specific in terms of what it is you're wanting to know and what it is you're wanting to ask. Fab. And let me just put my website up just so you can see that as well. If you want to send me an email once you've booked and let me know which of the dates you can do, because there are 3 dates on the site that you can choose from. It's Marilyn@transformationstm.com. Marilyn is Marilyn at trance, TRANCE, as in hypnotic trance, formations, F for Freddy, so FORMATIONSTM. So Marilyn@transformationstm.com. Main website is transformationstm.com. If you do /photo reading, it will take you to the photo reading page. You can watch some video testimonials from previous clients. I've put a whole Q&A there as well, so you can get the backstory and information about what the course is about. If you want to check out things on social media, /Marilyn Devonish to follow, and Devonish is DEV for Victor, ONISH. And if you put in #photo reading or just the word photo reading, posts from over the years, client testimonials, client feedback, you'll be able to find all of that on social media as well. The only place that's different is Instagram, where it's the NeuroSuccess Coach. So that's how you can get in touch. But once you've booked, let me know if there are others of the dates you can do, because when I sit down to collate a date, we'll choose the one that everyone can make. But I really look forward to working with you if you want to take this very limited and rare opportunity to do it live online. And do feel free to share. Catch you all later. Hope you're fit and healthy and well.